July 21 of 1861, General Irving McDowell left Washington with 30,000 men, expecting to attack in South Virginia, but the same number of Confederate soldiers were waiting in North Manassas. Many people from Washington, D.C. expected to be an easy battle, but the Confederate soldiers did not see it. The second battle in Manassas was battled through the leadership of John Pope from the Union and General Lee from the Confederates, with a total of 18,000 casualties, including both sides, forcing Pope to surrender. The Battle of Shiloh was one of the bloodiest battles in the Civil War, approximately 26,000 deaths. Although the Confederate troops attacked first, the Union had the advantage of getting cover. The Union won after a bloody battle. In the Battle of Gettysburg, the Union forces were under the leadership of General George Meade, and the Confederates under General E. Lee. He believed an attack in the north would force the Union to surrender. He marched north to Pennsylvania, and the Confederate troops encountered the Union. Both sides exchanged fire. More than 3 days of battle, approximately 51,000 deaths, including both sides. Lee's troops were forced to surrender. In the Battle of Antietam, also known as the Battle of Sharpsburg, General Lee's troops marched north hoping for a win in the Union territories. McClellan knew of Lee's battle plan, and he had found a paper showing the battle plans, and McClellan knew that the Confederate troops were divided into two parts. He attacked the largest parts of Lee's army in the Antietam. On September 17 of 1862, about 23,000 casualties in the battlefield. Lee lost a third of his army and forced to retreat in north. Ulysses S. Grant was a general during the Civil War that worked closely with Abraham Lincoln. He was the general of the army and was the 18th president of the United States. He, serving as general, led the Union forces to victory in many battles, as the Battle of Shiloh, and defeated Lee in 1865 in Virginia, leading to the fall of the Confederate States' biggest commander. Abraham Lincoln was a lawyer from Illinois that then joined the Republican Party and then became the 16th president after abdicating in all occasions and led the bloodiest war in American history, the Civil War, for the main reason that was slavery. He won the war versus the Confederate States, and shortly after he was assassinated by John Wilkes Booth in a theater in Washington. Jefferson Davis was the president for the Confederate States of America. He could not find a way to beat the Union. He was a general in the Army of the Confederate States. He was captured in May 1865 and charged with treason. Robert E. Lee was known to command the Confederate Army in the Civil War. Before he served as a colonel in the U.S. Army and general in the Confederate forces. Lee's strategies were questionable, and his battles into Union territory ended in high casualties and defeat. He surrendered his army to Grant in Appomattox in 1865. Harriet Tubman was born into slavery in Maryland, then she escaped to the north, served as a conductor of the Underground Railroad, and in 19 trips she did not lose any slave. Then served as a nurse in the Civil War and served pies to soldiers to make a profit. Union forces usually used a Prescott 5.8 1860 Navy revolver, a single-action revolver, which had a caliber of 54 with a 6-round cylinder. The Confederate forces used a revolver class, the Curtis Pattern 1859, and a double-action revolver with a 6-round cylinder with a 50 caliber. Union forces used the Warner M1864 .44 carbine with a .56 caliber, the Jocelyn Model 1861 with a .57 caliber using lever action. The Confederate forces used the Maynard Model 1860 carbine, the Lee single-shot carbine, and the Remington Model 1865 with a .52 caliber single action. Both sides used the foot artillery sword, light artillery saber, the dragoon saber, cavalry saber, and bayonets.
On my shoulder, I'll march away to the firing line, kill that Yankee soldier.
Union forces used the Val model with a lever action, .57 caliber with a 7-round internal magazine. The Green model with a .54 caliber using bolt action with a 2-round internal magazine was used by the Confederate forces. Confederate forces used a Williams Model 1862, a breech-loading rapid-fire gun, rounds of 40 mm with 65 RPM, and the huge breech-loading cannon with 1.5-inch caliber, and the Union used the revolving breech-loading cannon with a 5-round cylinder and 2-inch caliber. Soviet threatened to destroy the U.S., the North disagreed with the South, that was savage, and the South says a need for economy. After the election of a new president, Abraham Lincoln, the South seceded from the Union, and then were called the Confederate States of America. For many years before the Civil War, Northerners helped many slaves escape to freedom. The straw that broke the camel's back was the elections of Abraham Lincoln, because the Southerners thought he would end slavery. The Civil War was the deadliest war known in American history. Over 700,000 casualties in combat or disease. After the Civil War left many disagreement with the integration of African Americans to the U.S. These laws were meant to ostracize the African Americans in a legal manner.